Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second day of the IDSS launch celebration. We had a wonderful day yesterday, and I think I want to thank the speakers again for just a wonderful job that they've done. I just want to remind everybody that, I forgot. I remind the speakers have a student session around lunchtime. So we grab the lunches and come back to this room to meet with the students. It's a student-only event. And it's structured that way to give the student an opportunity to interact with the speakers. It's my pleasure to introduce Dean Melissa Nobles. She's the Dean of the Social Sciences, Arts, and Humanities at MIT. Melissa is a professor of political science and has done a lot of broad and interesting work across the board in political science. But above that, she's been a great friend of IDSS. So, Melissa, you probably heard over the conversations, the creation of IDSS entailed a committee of 40 faculty members. That was about 3 years ago. Melissa was one of these 40 people that contributed a lot, not only to the vision of IDSS, but also to the structure and the relationship to different departments. At that time, she was the department head of political science. When she became dean, she continued to support IDSS in every way possible. And as you saw yesterday, the intersection between engineering, computing, and social sciences is critical for the success and the mission of IDSS. Melissa certainly been a wonderful friend and a wonderful supporter, and it's my pleasure to have her come and speak to all of you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they wired.
Is it? No, they didn't. They're trying to wire me, but it wasn't working, so this is good. Thank you, Munzer. Good morning, everyone. Munzer, you said everything I wanted to say. They'll make my remarks even briefer than I intended them to be. But I do want to say a few words about how important I think it is, and it's really a pleasure for me to be here and to offer you all a few words. From my point of view, that is the point of view of the social sciences, which have been well represented over the past 2 days. So in his remarks yesterday, Dean Waits, Ian described how his research required him to learn more about other domains of knowledge, principally economics and politics, and he needed to learn those things if his engineering solutions were to succeed. His path led him to consider society institutions and not only engineering. So I'm here in certain ways to tell a similar story, but from the other direction. It is about how several of our faculty, many of them in fact, mostly in political science and economics, but also throughout the school, have had to go on another path as well. And that really has been a path with the emergence of big data and the accompanying computational systems have allowed us really to re-examine old questions and to begin to ask new ones. So Charles Stewart, who moderated yesterday's panel on voting, his own work uses big data to produce really the first comprehensive assessment of election administration in 50 states in the District of Columbia. Our economists in the Social School Effectiveness and Inequality Initiative are using big data to leverage, using big data to leverage and explore the linkages between US political polarization and income inequality. Daron Aglamoglu, who spoke last night at the dinner, and his collaborators are examining how the economy's underlying network translates microeconomic shocks into macroeconomic outcomes. So here I'm mentioning only a few. There are many more, and I expect over the years there will be many more to come. So in my view, there is one overarching point that unites both Ian and I in our support of this and in our observations about what makes IDSS so important. And the point is this: we need each other. Data, systems, and society need to be thought of together in order to address the range of issues, to answer the range of questions, and to solve the range of problems about which we all care. We need data, and we need the appropriate computational infrastructure. But at the same time, the data do not speak for themselves. Not only must they be interpreted and analyzed, they must be marshaled to negotiate institutional channels, whether they be legal, political, or regulatory. In other words, they need to be interacting with society. So the more that we think about society, systems, and data in a holistic way, the better. My final and related point echoes Ian's observations about why this is happening here at MIT. Although it is true that that in certain ways collaboration is really in MIT's DNA, the forces of silo thinking can sometimes be strong. So vigilance, really, and the practice of actually collaborating are the proper antidotes to silo thinking. IDSS is that antidote. So SHAS is strongly committed to this endeavor. The number of our faculty and students who are involved in it is growing. It's an important number, and I expect over the years it will continue to grow. I thank Munzer for his leadership and for his broad vision, and I'm happy to be here this morning to see that this vision has come to life. Thank you.